Please welcome Dr. Robyne Hanley Dafoe.
I study human performance, and I reached out to folks and said, how are you? They said, Robyne, I am done. I'm so tired all the time. And how we can generate energy is called attunement. And let me tell you what that looks like. Has anyone ever seen an 18-year-old girl in a mood before? And in that moment, I said, do you want comfort or solutions? She said, Mama, what I want is you to sit with me right now and hate math as much as I do. The body interprets that support with the notion of possibility. And I said, why were you so worked up about math? And she goes, Mama, I was in English class. And the teacher said, what is the last book that made you cry? And she said, calculus. I know.
To know that you can do hard better and resilience is a choice, that you can wake up every morning. It's really inspirational. I resonated with that so much.
What we know is that if you had no stress, you wouldn't be very good at your job. Stress is an energizer. It gives us focus, it gives us this idea of what's important, but what we want to be careful about are the doses of stress that we're getting on a daily basis, because what's happening there is it's pushing us into what we call the zone of distress.
When you laugh, your body releases a natural tranquilizer. So for that moment in time, your pain receptors are blocked. You can't feel pain, which doesn't solve your problems, but it does give you a moment of reprieve. A moment to be able to decide to respond versus react. That moment of pause.
I think it really gave everyone a new perspective of how to reframe the way that we think about stress, especially for those of us who are in the thick of it. The world needs to know about this. I'm excited to bring all of this back to our team.
Now, burnout is so real, and one of the things that we learned about burnout that's so significant in the last wee while is burnout is the curse of the strong. Burnout is the curse of the strong. You have to care so deeply to hit the point of burnout, because people who don't care do not burn out. And Dr. Charles Figley writes about this as what he called compassion fatigue. It's the cost of caring.
Now, another interesting research finding, and I do get a wee bit nervous because this is what I get referenced for the most. Imagine 20 years worth of work, and this is the one line that people like to talk about, even to the point when we shared it on social media. Last time I checked, it had like 8 million views, right? So this one piece of information people love to hear about. Would you like me to tell you what it is? Oh, you guys are so good. Okay, we learned that people who swear, okay, not curse or cuss at somebody, but more of a floating narrative, right? You know what, I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. This is what we discovered. People who know how to swear without offending anybody or getting in trouble, they live longer. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
I just loved her message. I'm definitely sharing it with my team and everyone that I work with, because I do think her strategies are so impactful for how we live and just how do we show up the best version of ourselves.
I can do hard things. My hope for each and every one of you is that you can trust that you can do hard things, because life is going to show you hard things, and the natural human condition is to avoid it. It's to go around it, to try and find a hack or a workaround. However, on the other side of the test is the most important lesson that you need to learn in that particular season of your life.